Cytronex have released a brand new electric bike conversion kit called the C1, which is lighter, longer lasting and more powerful. They say they've run the figures and now believe it will let me beat almost any pro cyclist. So I'm back at the same evilly steep home Moss Hill I raced up in 2009. It's got a tough 12% gradient, but I've got an even tougher rival. Dan Evans is the British hill climb champion. Pretty much any bike can be fitted with the Cytronex C1, and now one person can fit it instead of having to send it off for a couple of days, as I did when I last did this challenge 9 years ago. The main components of the newer, sleeker kit are a front hub motor. Look at that, simple. And it should just fit in exactly where your wheel was previously. And a rear sprocket sensor. In order for the bike to be usable on the roads, it has to comply with certain regulations. That's where this sensor comes in. It will detect pedal speed and speed of the bike. Then there's a control button and the all-important lithium battery that supplies the power, cunningly disguised as a water bottle. My bike is set up and ready to go. It's time to see what this bad boy can really do. Go! With the race underway, I just press the C1's boost button and the electric assistance kicks in. Along the 4.5-mile course, we'll climb 360 meters. Completing the course quickly is all about sustaining optimum power. Dan reckons his legs produce 420 watts. The C1 produces 250. I feel like I'm gaining on him.
He's catching me.
Now that's more than the previous model, and I can definitely feel the motor in the front wheel pulling me up the hill, but I'll still need to pedal hard for the win. I can immediately feel a benefit of not having to put in as much as I did the last time I did this climb. My problem is, once I get over 16 miles per hour or so, it starts to taper off. To meet with the rules of the road, all e-bikes or motors like the C1 must stop giving electric assistance above 15.5 miles per hour. Despite those speed restrictions, I've pulled into the lead, and I didn't even come close to that on my previous attempt.
You're killing me.
How much further?
Ages.
So, this is where I should be at an advantage. However, once again, he's got my slipstream. With 25 miles of charge, 5 more than the Cytronex of 9 years ago, I don't have to worry about the battery running out. Ah, this is hurting. I don't even look back in case I fall off. But on the flat, I've reached that crucial 15.5 mile an hour limit again. No! And the C1's power assist is forced to tail off. Dan's got the advantage. And just like that, I've lost again. Oh, man.
So, the moral of the story is that the Cytronex C1 is better than the last model, and the Otis is a wuss.
You know what? That sums it up perfectly.
And I think the C1 could be jolly useful. I mean, if you're a commuter who rides to work, you can get up hills more easily without having to invest in a whole new electric bike.